Done. Okay. Hi everyone, how's it going? Hi Zark, how you doing? Oh, wait. Okay, now it's done. Vamos bem, vamos bem. É um bocadinho atrasada, mas também não é por aí. Ai, como vai essa vida? Como tem sido, não é? Ainda não acabou. Como tem sido esta segunda-feira? Extremamente cansativo e quente. A remodelação do quarto, obrigada! Para onde foi a cama? Oh! Não, desculpa, não é bem remodelação. O quarto é no andar de baixo. Agora estou no andar de cima, que é o quarto de jogos. E gaming room. É bom. Há que descansar, não é? Há que descansar. Bem. Oh Deus, vou ter de fazer isto aqui rapidamente. Oh Deus! Não. Andei aqui. Yep, é isto aqui. Yeah, but that's alright. No, wait, I want. Oh, not again. Okay, let me put it as one. Oh, goodness. Nope, 100. Okay. Tenho flash para mostrar se gostar daquilo que faço, mas acho que daqueles dias era essa. Mas basicamente o que estás a fazer não é muito diferente daquilo que nós fizemos com o Shaman King. No fundo a diferença é mais porque tu foste buscar as vozes originais e nós fizemos o melhor que podíamos com as nossas. 200. Ok. Eu tenho todos os três, chama aqui de baixo com as vozes originais. Eu acho que cheguei a ver. Sabe que pronto, foi um bocado aquela coisa, não digamos, não leves a mal, eu não apreciei tanto pelo simples facto que, como o Lusodab já tinha feito isso e fomos nós mesmos a fazê-lo, para nós era um bocado tipo, ok, pronto, está bem, mas alguém fez, I guess. Okay. It's gonna have to look like this for now. And not here. And boom. Okay. Nope. Not here. Here. Okay. Yeah. Mas não tinha nada a ver com a qualidade em si. Eu não estou a falar da qualidade. A qualidade estava boa. Quero mesmo dizer é como o nosso grupo fez o fandom mesmo. Vamos ter de tentar para vocês como o grupo e novos. Opa! Eu vou-te explicar porque é que eu não respondi. For the record, já agora, quem trata do Twitter sou eu. Apesar do Twitter estar completamente morto, mas isso também. Todas as nossas redes sociais estão praticamente mortas porque nós não temos assim muito, não temos feito assim muito de tão focados que estamos nos projetos. Temos mesmo de começar a planear melhor isso. A razão pela qual eu não te respondi é porque, regra geral, aquilo que tu fizeste é considerado rude. Ires a algo que uma pessoa publicou, comentares, dizer que gostaste, não sei o quê, e logo a seguir dizes, já agora eu também fiz uma coisa, podem ir ver o meu. Tipo, é etiqueta, estás a ver? É visto como rude. Ao mesmo que tu chegares aqui e começares a dizer, Ninho, eu também faço streams, tipo, mano, é rude, não. É mal educado tu estares numa stream de outra pessoa a promoveres as tuas coisas. Eu eventualmente percebi que foi tipo meio na inocência, tipo depois de falar contigo e de conhecer, eu percebi que não fizeste com intenções, realmente com intenções de tipo autopromover, estás a ver? Só que também é aquela cena, nós como grupo que faz as dobragens mesmo que não oficiais, nós fazemos as dobragens, íamos estar naquela tipo, ok, ele pegou nos áudios originais e colocou lá, não é propriamente um fandom. Não estou com isto a dizer que estavam um mau trabalho, de todo. Acho que até eliminou depois o tweet. Boa pergunta, não faço a menor ideia. Ah. Hey Zed, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm doing good, thank you. Goodness. Oh, by the way, I have I've created a new point redeemer where you guys can suggest songs for me to add to my list. Confirme, elimina, porque eu achei que vocês levaram a mal até partilhado. Acho que foi simples mudar. No worries, no worries. É assim, o resto do pessoal não dá propriamente, só mais eu, uma vez que eu estou encarregue do Twitter. Tipo, eu estou encarregue do Twitter, o Vasco está encarregue do Instagram e o Gonçalo está encarregue do Facebook. Fantástico. A única coisa que não temos é página no Facebook, mas sinceramente, já ninguém quer saber de páginas de Facebook, sejamos sinceros. Hi Ichigo, how are you doing? Welcome! I was wondering, did you know there are several shows from the 80s and 90s that are what do you call it? Like or the Circus, Eureka's Castle and Muppet Babies? Ichigo, welcome to the world of Portuguese dubs. Girl, if you knew how many things we have that are considered lost media, America is only a baby compared to all the things that we have that have become lost media in Portugal. Still polish my work on Facebook. I have not deleted my Facebook. I have just like disconnected my account. Like I really do not care about Facebook anymore. In a way, that's good. Now the only social media I spend more time on is Twitter. What's up, dog? Hey, Johnny, welcome. But yeah, as I was saying, I've added a new point redeemer where you guys can suggest songs for me to put on my list of songs that you can like eventually redeem. I have temporarily removed the request a song, the singing mode thingy, because I'm still trying to work out the whole point thing connected to the website. But I already have a few songs, and some of them have like two flags. I've put flags to like for you guys to know in which language I sing those songs, and some of them have two flags, which means that you guys can then choose whether you want me to sing in like the original version or the translated. Like if you guys suggest like Disney songs, I will also put both English and Portuguese flags for you guys to choose. Also read a bit of the book, and the first thing that I found weird is that the word possum is not translated for some reason. I do not know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's lore, so I cannot answer that question for you, my friend. I'm sorry. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the guest of the puppet show tonight. Hi, Elmer. You always have a way of coming in. You're just like Johnny. How are you doing? I do not know that. Of course, I know what an opossum is, Zed. I'm just saying that I don't know anything about the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's to tell you, to explain to you why opossum wasn't translated. I mean, is opossum a character? If opossum is a character, then there's your explanation. Maybe they didn't translate any of the characters' names. Went ahead, make them up a reference with the lyrics. So tonight you're gonna play a puppet. Oh. Um. Well, you lost me there, Elmer, because I have very little knowledge about the Muppets. Eu não conta a primeira história que o animal morto na estrada. That is very weird. That is very weird. Indeed. It was just the lyrics of the opening. Okay. Oh. I have the feeling I was talking about something. Oh yeah, the music thing. Then again, I practically finished what I was saying, but yeah, if you guys suggest Disney songs, I'll probably have them available for you guys to request them in both English and Portuguese. We did have that up. You guys give me a second. But yeah, Ichigo, we did have that show here. It's not legally available. Oh, wait. When she said Muppet Babies, I thought she meant like the one that was playing on Disney Junior. You know, the CGI one. Isn't that like super recent? I didn't know there were more Muppet Baby shows. Oh, there's a 2D one. Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're talking about then. There's a 2D animated one in the 80s. Oh, okay. I should say babyfication shows were a big trend in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I can imagine. Uma tradução da série arrepios faz-ver frights. Ok. Na maioria que eu gosto de português escrevem em séries, porque isso é basicamente arrepios hoje em dia que é basicamente. Yeah. I guess so. I think there's such a so we gotta see Taylor's Gonzo. Huh. It's always weird when it always feels weird to me when they play like kids shows subbed instead of dubbed. It's like most kids who would watch that could barely even read. Around my age, don't know about the original Muppet Babies. The reruns were taken off the United States by the 2000s. And now you switch Ghostbusters, Donkey Kong Arcade Game, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. Wow, that is a lot. Guess that show predicted Disney acquiring all those franchises. Okay. Third party purchases always cause the trouble. Yeah. Screw the Simpsons guessing everything. The Muppet Babies guess had already foreshadowed that Disney was going to acquire all those franchises. Those were just by Marvel. They also had a Spider-Man cameo and a Stanley cameo. Well, okay. That one doesn't count. Oh, goodness. Star Wars and Indiana Jones isn't a problem. Problem is the footage from Ghostbusters, Charlie Brown, Donkey Kong, and E.T. Etária, não Atária. Atária não existe. Etária. Com acento no E. Não, desculpa. Com acento no A. Whether CG Muppet is only discussed from Star Wars and Indiana Jones since Disney owns it. Makes sense. Wait, isn't E.T. by Fox? Medicine, blah blah blah. E.T. Universe. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Universal. Reruns of All Sesame Street with licensed characters and some of the sketches probably create some legal troubles. Could strike a deal with a respected code to fix that. Heck, they do have more than one movie those kind of cameos in their streaming service. No, Zed, I wasn't asking if Disney owns Fox. I was asking if E.T. was distributed by Fox, but no, it was distributed by Universal. I love how you guys are more knowledgeable about this than I am, and then you just gang up on me saying saying the what's the right answer. I remember seeing some Universal merchandise that had ADT, Marty McFly, Felix the Cat, Woody Woodpecker, and Pennywise, all in a chibi style. Wait, I think I've seen that too. The miniseries? What miniseries? Oh, yeah, the movies are by Warner Brothers, so. Oh, huh. Well, I would never guess. Well, that's on me. I don't like anything horror. So, hey everybody, how's it going? There was an It miniseries in the 90s, and now they're the two-part. Oh, let me search for that. Oh. It's a 1990 ABC two-part psychological horror drama miniseries directed by Tommy Lee Wallace and adapted by Lawrence D. Cohen from Stephen King's 1986 novel of the same name. Okay. There's no information here about Universal though. Tim Curtis, Benoit, and is hilarious. Hi Yuko, how are you doing? We're just searching up some stuff. I just love having you guys here. You guys are so knowledgeable on this shit. Miniseries is not that good. Ah, yes, we have a horror pro here. Most of them came from here. Huh. Two curries a mini. Well, yeah, well, I mean, I don't think Zeb was really saying the show was good. I think he really was just talking about the actor. But yeah. For horror, I prefer the movie actor. For the comedy, I prefer Tim. So there's this server most of us are on. In fact, almost all of us are on. Where there's currently a debate regarding bootlegs, bootleg movies, especially the ones by Dingo, where someone is really is honest to God trying to make sense of why bootlegs exist, and just saying that but people who make bootlegs for a quick buck are cringe, and I'm like, we're not saying they are, but who cares? Money is money, my guy. Money is money. Exactly. And it's just like someone said here. As long as it fools the parents, no one cares. Like Super Sam used to say, time is money, oh yeah. Reason mockbusters exist, to fool Graham as a parent. Well, the the mockbusters aren't the same as bootlegs. Which time until Paz Automatica begins. Oh, oh, he knows now. He knows now that we have permission to tell him to shut the fuck up. Like from the moment he says something, if we say try it again, from the moment we say try again, bitch, he will shut up. Let's try. One more try, he gets the boom. Like, God, I wish. Mas não fio ser banido da vida. Wait, you can you actually confirm that? Is that actually true? Like, is it really true that if he says something out of the line again, he literally gets banned from the group? I do what Disney and non-Disney is. Yeah, basically. Like good old Ratatouilles of the world. Oh wait, what is the name of that studio? That's the most likely scenario. Oh god, I hope so. Also, this review reboots, and if the review is bad, it gets the boot. Video Brinquedo, yes, Video Brinquedo. Video Brinquedo is such a fucking classic on. Like for me, the biggest names in like the world of bootlegs are Video Brinquedo, and Dingo Pictures. I was wizards in the universe of that type movie. Damn, that is sad. Actually, Elmer. Actually, Saberspark does not pronounce it that bad. He has done some videos in some of the movies, and his pronunciation of the name of the studio is not that bad. Yeah. Oh god. Wait, let me actually search for it. Saber Spark. Oh. Saber Spark. Vida brinquedo. Yeah, he's which let me see. I don't remember what this is. Okay, so he's done videos on the Up bootleg, the Finding Nemo bootleg, the Cars bootleg. Let me try to see.
Ever cringe at those tricky game?
Oh gods.
Perfect, China! I promise to give you some Moo Goo Gai Pan when we get back to the house!
Ah. That's racist.
Okay. Let me see. Remember when video game made a racist up? Yeah, that is the video that I just put up. I saw the video. The first. Wait, you actually found the movie? You're telling me that this bootleg actually got dubbed? Oh god, I can only imagine the quality of the dub. Wait, let me see.
It was for real, and it came from an actual studio.
No! No!
All right, let's go over my 5 points. Voice acting.
Oh, come on. No, this is not the first video he did. Oh, man. Done by PSP, I assume. Oh, god. God, damn, not entirely surprising. Right. I'm not surprised. Wait. Maybe the first video that he did on this was... Yeah, it was probably Cargo.
You better say yes, cause...
Okay, let me try that again. Okay. No. No. Dang it. Cargo wasn't made by Video Brinkedo. It was made by it wasn't made by Video Brinkedo. It was made by the Asylum. Let me check. Maybe it was this one? Okay, it was either Chopcake. Nah, man, it can't be Chopcake Panda. No, wait, it is Chopcake Panda. Okay. No, maybe it was Legend Kung Fu, right? No, it was Panda Warrior. It was definitely Panda Warrior. No, it's not! Panda Warrior's from Legend of Land. God dang it. Here's how we get Panda from the story about a panda, blah blah blah. As it became a legendary Kung Fu master. Okay. Have a compilation of all racist movies of that movie if you want. No thank you. They died in fucking Looney Tunes for Cho's sake. It's the biggest SL I've ever heard. Sounds like the recipe for disaster. No, Looney Tunes disaster, period. Even Gravity says those and Looney Tunes are slightly with the PSP ones. Oh, gods. Wait, is it? Is this my home? No, it's made by the Asylum. God dang it! Oh wow! Y'all wanna know which studio voiced the movie What's Up? You know, the racist ripoff of Up? It was 4Kids. 4Kids was responsible for dubbing this travesty, though they weren't credited. Ah, man, amazing. Oh! Thank you for... okay. Okay. No, they're not saying it. Okay. Goodness! Hi, Alexier. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Oh, well. Why are you still calling me that shit, my guy? Oh, goodness. Yeah. So, what were you doing? Oh, you're playing Yakuza 0.
Okay.
Really?
Let's go to a buffet, bitches.
Okay, wait. Let me just... Okay. Okay, now it's better.
And the
Gonna
key
put it over there? Okay, that one is good. It's good. Okay. But yeah, how was the stream? So I should describe that. It was back around 2012. We talked to the classic shores with Sono behind saying like 2 hairs. That is true. That is true. But yeah, hi everyone who came with Alexa. My name is Alexa. I am just now realizing how our names are really similar. I am a. It was way too hot. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, right now it feels kind of nice. Finally got a good progress on that fucking game. But yeah, hi everyone. Welcome Raiders. My name is Alexa. I am a human with fox ears. I am a variety streamer. Right now we were trying to find one of Saber Spark's videos about Video Brinquedo, which is a studio that makes mockbusters and really bad ones at that. Because we really wanted to hear Saber Spark say Video Brinquedo. And like just rate him on how well he said it. Not gonna have Pixar and DreamWorks movies. Yes. I really did not. I really did not want to, like, watch the whole 20 minutes of this video to just. My voice still hurts. No, be right back because I need to stretch my leg and sitting down for too long. Yes, yes, just stretch. You have to stretch. You should have done that more. Okay, yes, but. Oh, come on. God dang it. I really, really wanted to see. The children Trinity Salamata Pedro Teixeira. Who? I mean, I know who she is. I don't know who he is. Or maybe I do and I just like. No, wait, that's not the same kind I'm looking for. Okay. I mean, shit happens. Huh. Oh well. Scrooge. Yeah, he wasn't. He's no in Festa. Okay. I just felt so we could see on my time to shake the mark and try my luck. I mean, no one's stopping you. No one's stopping you, my guy. Okay. That's not this one. Maybe it's this one? The Little Panda Fighter. Wait, I think it's this one. Is it this film? That's what it might be about. It's. Oh man, I am really trying to to see this. Assemble them on trending topics. Oh yeah, because Ramstein are acting right now here in Portugal. God dang it. Wait. Little Panda Fighter. Okay. Please. No way. Oh man, there isn't. There isn't a video of Saber Spark talking just about that movie. Wait, okay, there is actually a short of him saying the thing. Okay. Okay.
Shameless mockbuster that was trying to ride the tailcoats
God
of Up,
dang
but
it.
had none of the quality or charm.
I look pretty good as a superhero.
Okay, wait. Just gotta find it again. Okay, here
This
it is.
movie is a terrible ripoff of Pixar's Up and is also incredibly racist.
Perfect, China! I promise to give you some Moo Goo Gai Pan when we get back to the house!
The movie's called What's Up? Balloon to the Rescue, released in 2009 by Video Brancato. This film was a
See, it's not that bad. He said Brancato. Brancato. It's not that bad. Could have been worse. Goodness gracious, it took me like, what, 20 minutes, half an hour to do that? If I were a bullied person shooting me. Why are you playing that game now? Have you even finished the previous one yet? Not bad for yeah, no, exactly. Sorry, yes, it's okay, my game. So I try in the middle of all video game trailers on my end. Yeah. I saw boring and rooms. Oh, don't tell my mom though. Or is that the band she's been like? I don't know. I personally don't like them. I don't like their music. And I like them even less now that I know a lot of things that have been going on. I'm pretty sure he probably went on Google Translate and put the thing playing a lot of times to try and say it. I was just trying it out now, I'm kinda into it. Cause I could never be like you. If there's like a whole ass franchise and it has a story behind it, I will either play it from release or just like straight up following the story. Not like you, starting up in the middle. But I have Twitter trails on my end or Sonic related contain thy shock. I could never guess, my god. I could never. What do you mean? Actually, do let me check what my trends are right now. Let me see. So my trends are Sega, Saramatos, okay, Dokomi. Makes sense because I follow some artists and they're going to Dokomi, which is a convention in Germany. Bungie. Oh. Grimace. Tate. Matilda. Probably related to Salamach. I don't know. Xbox One. Fernando Daniel. I don't know why. And BattleBit Remastered. Okay. Huh. So someone just published the most valuable sunken ships and shipwrecks, and on this list there are 2 Portuguese ships. Amazing. These have just okay. Could be because it's Temu and the most. I don't know. I don't watch TV. Grimace could be because of GBC again. Could be because just like last week or so, it was his birthday. And he said just want a voice. By the way, the new Walking Dead spin-off in New York is actually good. Wow, there's a new spin-off of The Walking Dead. That show is like the characters in it. Zombies. You know, like dead and alive at the same time for some fucking reason. On my end, so it's about 6 or 7 stars in Lily Trends, 1 or 2 for VTubers, either Hololive or Niji Sanji. Amazing that Niji Sanji isn't trending on your side since one of their VTubers is actually going to graduate. 1 or 2 Nintendo ones, and then a miscellaneous one. Usually on my side it's Metal Gear. Continuous shock, my guy. I can't. What do you mean, Metal Gear? Empty? Oof! Damn, Yuku! Damn! For some fruit. Ooh, nice. Switch, Yaddle, Putin, Alentejo, Cuidado, Cuidado, Superman, LGBT, Sintra, and Star Wars. Huh. Yeah, the variety. Yeah, indeed. You have such a variety of trends on your side, Elmer. So it refers to who and what I follow. Yeah, that is weird. Jesus. Let's say it's calling a person egg. And this is the person that's hasn't come out yet. Ha! Got it. Because you come out of your shell. Funny. An Eggman, perhaps? Man. Oh, wait. No. I want to do this and Do I just click here? Okay, yeah, I do just click it. Or I get my winter back. I don't want winter back. I just want it to like cool down a bit. Okay, there we go. And straight away. Quantos quedas de calor quando faz no sol? I don't know. Last time I checked, she got a cold. Ironic. Fuck. Ah, goodness. Hello, legs. Hey, Reaper. How's it going? I just realized there was a reason for me to connect the PS4, but I do not remember why. Why did I need to connect the PS4? Why did I connect the PS4? Okay. Just as it's like summer back when I had 0% Higgletown Heroes was one of the shows running on TV. Ah, oh, man, that is so awesome. Okay, I think we're good to go on that. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, I'm just gonna change the thing here. And puppeteer. There we go.
Vinde todos, assistir ao mais fenomenal, mais extraordinário, mais inimaginável espetáculo de marionetas que alguma vez já experienciaram. Preparem-se para uma aventura surpreendente, repleta de mistérios, repleta de perigos e repleta de mestria destinada a maravilhar o olhar e a conquistar a alma humana. O meu nome é Professor Gregório de Queiroz. Mas os meus amigos, e aqui somos todos amigos, chamam-me G. A fantástica narrativa de hoje intitula-se A Perigosa Viagem de um Menino Chamado Kutaro.
Thank you for the hat, Bad Reaper.
Bem-vindo ao Teatro Mágico do Estranho e do Fantástico.
I'm beginning to think. Oh, okay. I am beginning to think that I cannot set this game to have English subs and Portuguese dub. So I am very sorry to all my non-Portuguese viewers. If you guys want to know something that's being said, just tell me. Just ask me. I'll tell you.
Para aqueles que têm medo do escuro, sugiro então que não assistam ao espetáculo de hoje. Recordo, no entanto, que lamentavelmente não poderemos oferecer reembolsos. Apenas medalhas de vergonha.
Damn. I could try that. Sure thing. Also, Reaper, do tell me when the ad is over. There we go.
Era uma vez, antes do caos se ter instalado, o Reino da Lua era governado por uma deusa lindíssima. Certo dia, o pequeno urso, por quem a deusa da Lua sempre demonstrara amor, roubou 2 dos bens mais preciosos da sua senhora.
Wait, let me just... Reaper, the ad incoming is for when you see the ad. The ad incoming is for when you're having shown an ad to you. Oh, I love how we can hear the people. Stop kissing this sick. But if you want me to run an ad, then that one is actually, how much does that one even cost actually? That one costs 1,500 points. And that one is going to make me go manually play an ad. That's how it works. Okay.
A pedra lunar negra e uma tesoura mágica conhecida como Calibros. Após declarar-se Rei Urso da Lua, invadiu o castelo da deusa, partiu a pedra lunar branca em pedaços.
Uma vez? Ora, esquece lá isso! Esta luazinha agora é minha! Por isso passa já para a parte em que me fazes parecer bem!
Certo, pois claro. Não ficou toda a gente impressionada quando a deusa da Lua foi destruída? Não é fantástico que o admirável Rei Urso da Lua tenha dado um pedaço da pedra lunar branca a cada um dos seus generais, tramando a Lua à grande e à francesa? Ah, pois, os 3 anos seguintes foram qualquer coisa. Ah, sim. Agora, por onde hei de começar?
Okay, let's then take a quick break for an ad. And this is one, and how do I, no, oh, wait, how do I run an ad? Wait, there is a way to run another. Apparently. Wait, if you have an ad blocker, then why are you asking for an ad? You're just being a jerk to all the others. I'm going to refund your points. Please don't be a jerk to the others. Just claim that if you actually don't mind watching an ad. You're not even helping me out. Come on, Reaper, don't be like that.
Ele tornou-se o implacável novo rei do Reino da Lua e queria continuar a sê-lo. Então, noite após noite, apoderava-se das almas das crianças e aprisionava-as dentro de fantoches de madeira que ficavam condenados a defender o castelo Grizzlestone. E apesar da noite de hoje não ser exceção, até se revelou bastante excepcional.
Oh, meu pobre querido! Olha, ENG! Mais um dia, mais uma alma!
Coitadinho, és tão mau quanto o tirano. Quantas destas crianças pretendes enviar para uma mutilação certa até perceberes que estás a perder o teu tempo?
Ora, mais uma e mais outra a seguir. Tantas quanto for preciso para deitar a mão a calibros.
Que bom.
Este é o nosso malfadado herói que voltou à vida firme entre as garras do Rei Urso da Lua.
Gutaro! A tua alma foi aqui convocada a meu pedido. Gutaro, queres ser meu amigo? Amigos para todo sempre? Mentiroso! Ótimo! Mais um palerma que deixou a cabeça na barriga do Rei Urso da Lua. Ouve, se andares por aí sem cabeça, vais cair morto. E vou ter de ser eu a limpar tudo. Anda lá! Vamos encontrar qualquer coisa que possas usar. Uma cabeça de substituição? O que é anda a escolher de um lado para o outro? É um caldeirão voador. Vou aproveitar para me servir.
Oh goodness, this is hot.
Isto deve servir-lhe. Já estás pronto. Não te esqueças dos caldeirões voadores. Podem ser esquisitos, mas na verdade estão cheios de cabeças úteis. Basta um toquezinho e largo a mercadoria. Sabes, um novato nestas andanças como tu devia ter pelo menos um par de cabeças. É melhor não correr riscos. Oh, cá está mais um.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm not sure, but I don't think there is a Oh, okay. I don't think there's a page for this game. You guys can go check that out, and if it isn't, you can guys can fill in the page as you watch the gameplay. Eu acho que é, Sandra. Eu acho que é, Sandra.
Vês? É como te disse.
O que será que estou a fazer mal? Será que não sou poderoso o suficiente?
Cuidado! Rápido, agora. Isto é extremamente importante. Um passo em falso e as tuas cabeças caem-te logo dos ombros. Se não as agarrares imediatamente, a magia dissipa-se e... acabou-se a cabeça. Por isso, lembra-te, se perderes a cabeça, apanha o mais rápido possível. Ah, e há mais uma coisa. Centelhas lunares. Vem cá, eu mostro-te. Voilá! Isto são centelhas lunares. Apanha 100 e vais poder ressuscitar dos mortos como que por magia. Mesmo que tenhas perdido todas as cabeças. Vamos continuar à procura.
Nice.
As cuecas da bruxa. Mantém os olhos bem abertos e em busca de centelhas lunares, se quiseres continuar vivo. O rei urso da lua está sempre zangado. Não, cruz cresce, canhoto. Oh, olha ali. Vês aquele símbolo de cabeça? Ouve, todas as cabeças têm um certo quê de magia. Reagem a sítios e objetos que se pareçam com elas. Oh, por que não experimentas? Toma, primeiro escolhe a cabeça certa.
Cruz canhoto.
Agora, usa a magia da cabeça. Bem, não te esqueças de prestar atenção aos símbolos de cabeças. Tudo pode acontecer. Nhau, olha para aquilo. É por isso que são tão magrinhos.
Mas que lindo pequenote! Bem-vindo! Põe-te à vontade, querido! Vai lá e trau até mim!
Yeah, that's the thing.
É melhor seguires aquele garfo. A bruxa não gosta de ficar muito tempo à espera. Cuidado com aquele garfo atrevido. É tão malvado quanto a bruxa. Ei, eu avisei-te. Lembra-te que tens de apanhá-la rapidamente. Se ficas sem cabeça, é o teu fim. Atravessa aquele portão reluzente e prossegue até às traseiras da cozinha.
Ora, desengane-se quem achar que Kotaro estava sozinho neste sarilho. A cozinha já estava repleta de pobres coitados que o rei urso da lua tinha arrancado das camas.
This is actually really cute.
Estas crianças estavam encarregues de manter o instável rei bem alimentado. E era uma tarefa profundamente ingrata. Afinal, o seu apetite era tão vasto e insaciável quanto a sua sede de poder.
Cuidado, juntar fogo e marionetas nunca corre bem. Tantas centelhas lunares. Se lhes deitares a mão, vais ficar chamuscado.
Oh goodness! Oh shoot! No way! My head! No! Oh goodness. Okay, I'm gonna wait here. I just lost my other hand. Dang it. Okay. I don't care about those two. Whatever.
Imagina o que é ser um daqueles diabretes e passar todos os dias, de manhã à noite, a ser amassado e ralado, e descascado, e escaldado, marinado, derretido, picado e torturado. Ou, se tiver sorte, regado com limão e passado na brasa ao de leve.
Que cheiro delicioso! Não deve ter sido cozinhado pela bruxa. Oh, lá vai o meu almoço. Espera, há uma centelha de magia em cada cabeça. Tens alguma ideia?
Okay. There we go.
Ahá! Lá está aquele símbolo da cabeça outra vez. Cabeça de pão? Oh, experimenta nessa sanduíche.
Ah, could be.
Vês como usar a cabeça pode mudar o mundo? E quero dizê-lo literalmente.
There we go. Oh goodness.
Se não regressares em breve, a bruxa da lua vai perder a calma. E bem, se achaste que perder a cabeça foi desagradável...
Uh-oh, come on, let me... Wait, I got four. That's good. Oh, come on. Oh god, this is gonna be a bitch. Oh no! Oh god. Okay, made it.
A bruxa, caso não saibam, era uma feiticeira fulminantemente infausta cujo nome é Esma Potts. Se achaste que alguém tão dotado nas lides do caldeirão tinha jeito para a cozinha, desengana-te.
Oh! Oh well.
E quanto ao companheiro felino de Kotaro de nome ENG, foi em tempos o fiel felino da deusa da lua. Pode dizer-se que a sua nova senhora está a alguns patamares abaixo da deusa.
Nice!
Cuidado com os vegetais. Nesta cozinha, o cozinheiro é colérico e os ingredientes são irascíveis.
Okay. Pretty sure
Despachem-se, meus queridos, porque os meninos preguiçosos são os primeiros a serem transformados em vermes!
Goodness. Oh shoot! Nice! Managed!
Venham à minha beira, meus doces, e depois ponham-se a andar! ENG, abre já a janela! porque eu estou a assar com este calor sufocante.
1, 2, 3. O que é que achaste? Ficaste impressionado com os meus reflexos felinos?
Onde está a deusa da lua? Exijo que me digam para onde a levaram.
Well, there you go.
Deixem-me em paz, campónios, como se atrevem.
Well, there
Esta
you go.
princesa petulante protesta demais. És tu um novo rapaz? Suponho que queiras que te devolva a tua alma para poderes regressar a casa rapidamente. Bom, só quando marchares essas pernas de madeira até ao trono do rei urso da lua e roubares a sua tesoura mágica. Oh, tu és capaz? Afinal, tu és um menino muito especial.
Déjà vu? Enquanto os meninos muito especiais já vamos.
ENG, podes fazer-lhe companhia.
Ena, vamos poder ir à sala do trono buscar a calibros. Que divertido que vai ser.
Well, if there are only 2 female characters, there you go.
Bem-vindo à Torre das Tribulações. Mas não deixes que este nome alegre te engane. Este sítio está minado com armadilhas de vez. Nunca se sabe onde uma cabeça poderá estar escondida. Cozinhas, farinhas, praiazinhas. Procura em todo lado. Não é à toa que se costuma dizer andar com a cabeça na lua.
No, my head! No, not again! What even is that? Oh! There's something here. Oh. Oh yeah, you guys might notice some weird breaks. That's because I'm playing this on the. Oh, nice. That's how I escaped. Okay. I'm playing this like, let's call it like an offering? Something. Yeah, it's more of that. Oh, not again. Oh, wait. And it's actually pretty easy. And again, I think it is supposed to be. Oh, no, wait, no!
Não é nada bom. Temos um problema esférico. É melhor desviar-te ou estamos feitos ao bife.
Oh, okay, so that's what happened.
Ufa! Continuas inteiro?
Abracadabra!
That was a rabbit. Oh, that was close. Ah! No, wait! My head! Well, no, I got another head. Okay.
Magnífico, Kotaro! É ali a entrada para a sala do trono. Nunca ninguém conseguiu chegar tão longe.
I'm a banana.
esta loucura. Ordeno-vos em nome do sol. Oh, não! Vocês são loucos? Por acaso sabem quem eu sou? O meu pai vai ter uma supernova!
Mas, majestade, e se ela tiver razão? O sol costuma agir de cabeça quente.
E o que é que eu posso fazer? Eu tenho a sua filha querida!
Oh, pois claro que tem, majestade. E mesmo que não tivesse, sua majesteza é mais do que suficiente para eclipsar o sol.
Preparei um quarto muito especial para si, minha cara princesa. Por isso, faço questão. Repouse tanto quanto desejar. Miau! Mas que sorte! Finalmente deixou a Calibros sem vigilância. Kotaro, és um miúdo cheio de sorte.
Oh, goodness.
Ali em frente aos nossos heróis ergue-se a mais impressionante tesoura alguma vez vista. A lendária Calibros. Mas a Calibros estava firmemente presa por terríveis trepadeiras. A abjeta prole da abjeta magia do rei urso da lua.
Kotaro, esta é a Calibros. A Calibros está no patamar muito acima das tesouras comuns. Costumava servir a deusa da lua.
Avança, rapaz, e toma o teu destino nas mãos.
Bem, que choque! Quero dizer, que honra! Não vês? A Calibros escolheu-te!
E assim o destino de Kotaro começa a parecer risonho. Afinal de contas, era agora o orgulhoso proprietário de uma tesoura encantada. Mas também herdou um enorme infortúnio. Recordo que a Calibros pertence ao rei urso da lua. O primeiro desafio do rapaz foi libertar-se da armadilha que tinha acabado de desencadear.
Bolas, que bela confusão! Isso é chata nossa fuga!
Goodness, this is hard to control. Come on! Oh, shoot. Wait, let me try again. Like this. Okay.
Muito bem, Kotaro.
Oh, dang it.
Em breve estaremos lá fora.
Okay. Made it. And there we go.
Sim, tu sabes o que tens de fazer. Oh, tesourado como um verdadeiro feiticeiro.
Oh. Oh, okay. It's just another banana. Okay. Let me go get the thing. And what do I get? Please don't, please don't. Okay, okay, that one's not bad. Dang it. Come on!
Vês? Cuida bem da Calibros e a Calibros fará o mesmo por ti.
Oh no! This is gonna be terrible!
Não pares agora, senão o urso apanha-nos.
Não.
Fantástico, maravilha.
It does have a shot.
Quem se atreveu a deitar a mão aos meus pertences? As minhas armadilhas! Como é que conseguiste escapar? Espera, como é que conseguiste entrar? Seu miserável! O que fizeste à minha sala do trono? Guardas, capturem esse ladrão!
Com perícia e malícia, os vermes abateram sobre o nosso herói termaliquento. Mas em cada um deles estava a alma de uma criança tão assustada quanto ele.
Isso mesmo, muito heróico.
Arranco da cabeça dos ombros!
Oh, shoot!
Se te deixares apanhar, vais ser transformado em verme, tal como estas pobres almas.
Guardas! Quero a cabeça daquele patife salteador!
Oh, so I'm basically cutting their souls from this.
Guardas? Guardas! Bom, eu próprio trato disto.
Oh goodness. That's not good.
Era um tecelão. De todas as criações mágicas saídas dos piores pesadelos do Rei Urso da Lua, os tecelões são uma das mais terríveis.
No way!
Perdeste a cabeça. Suponho que seja melhor ajudar-te outra vez. Lembra-te, há segredos escondidos em cada canto.
Esta foi a primeira grande dose de medo que Kotaro sentiu. Mas para conseguir escapar ao tecelão, vai ter de vencer estes receios.
I'm pretty sure I have to cut off his clothes.
À medida que o combate se ia intensificando, o rapaz cortava, fatiava e golpeava, movido pela crua realidade. A sua vida dependia disso.
Come on. Oh goodness, oh this is not going well. Okay. Come on, cut them all. No way!
O tecelão está cheio de almas, como as que viste antes. Mas se libertar dessas almas com a tesoura, vais conseguir aniquilar esta alcatia.
Ah! Goodness! Okay. Got it. I also have to watch the movie.
Sucesso! O feroz tecelão foi-se. O valente Calibros firmemente. O Kotaro havia dado o primeiro passo da sua grandiosa aventura.
Also, you guys, I am so sorry if you guys are experiencing breaks in the like the image and sound. It's because I'm not playing the game directly on the console because this game is for the PS3 and I'm playing it on the PS4. So yeah.
Infelizmente, os próximos passos tiveram de ser de corrida, com o Rei Cruel no encalço do nosso herói.
Tigre!
Sim, senhor.
Onde se meteu aquele patife?
Bem, não pode ter ido longe, majestade. Tem umas perninhas tão curtas. Aposto que está já ao virar da esquina.
Eu não quero ao virar da esquina. Eu quero entre a espada e a parede. Encontre esse larápio ou eu arranjo alguém que o faça.
Por favor, majestade, a sua atenção. Eu trato disso. Quer uma massagem? Um copo quente? Qualquer coisa? Não?
Bravo, Kotaro! Nunca nenhum dos outros conseguiu percorrer sequer metade deste caminho. Isto vai ser música aos ouvidos da bruxa. Ora, essa é faz-te um homem. Será que preferes que os vermes te encontrem e vai o urso da lua te dilacere os membros?
Okay, so maybe what I'm going to do is forget playing forget playing Puppeteer on the PS4. Like, I can't. Apparently this gets to a point where everyone's using the fucking internet and I just can't play this because it starts lagging a lot. On Wednesday we will be back with more Puppeteer and I will be playing it on the PS3. So it is going to take me quite a while for me to like play Untitled Goose Game. If I could play that game on the PS4, sure. On the PS3 actually. If I could play that game on the PS3, sure. I would play it on the PS3. Since I can't, well, I will like was it balls crazy or I'm not? What? Oh, okay. Regarding the movie, oof, that guy didn't make the cut. Nah, he did not. He was not cut out for that. He was not cut. He wasn't cut out for the job. But yeah, maybe I'll stop the gameplay here, and we'll chat a bit more, and because I really don't want to have the story lagging. Because come on, let's face it, the best part of this game is the story. That is the fun part. So yeah. Nah, this one was actually pretty easy to make a joke about. That's what I'm happy about. I'm okay. And okay, let's do this. You guys give me just a minute. Oh, okay, so this was actually the other one. Give me just a second. I'm just going to here. Oh, what? Oh, goodness, no, not this. Lol. There. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, right. I'm turning this off. Huh, Super Mario Oreo cookies? That is weird. Really surprised to see Carla there. I think I had heard her previously when I first watched a bit of the gameplay. That is very interesting. Her character is the princess, the character that we saw at the beginning. The one whose power got stolen, so yeah. Carol said, I was turning into a puppet. She was turning into a puppet? Because she was not this one. Exactly, the first scene she was in, yeah. I wonder if the Mario Oris have amiibo functionality like the person. Wait, what? The Mario cereal has amiibo functionality? How does that even work? Imagine if every cookie was an amiibo. How does that even work? Oh, had an amiibo? Oh, that would have been even weirder. You know what I'm finding very, very funny? Is that there's this one group I'm in where every time the subject of AI in general, whether it be smartphones and TVs, to AI art, AI writing, everything AI, everything that topic comes up, there is one thing we all end up talking about. And I'm finding it so interesting that we all learned how dangerous AI could be from the same piece of media. And that is actually pretty good. It shows that it was very well done. Is it overdone AI? Nope. You guys have actually seen it here on this channel a few months ago. Every time in that group, we talk a lot. No. Before that. No, wait. Before that? Yes. Yeah, exactly. Every time the subject of AI comes up in that group, we all end up talking about one of the last codec calls we have with the Colonel. The codec where we find out that he and Rose were actually just AIs. And No, not the random dialogue. I really do mean the codec call where Raiden starts to figure out that something's not right, and then we have Colonel and Rose explaining to him what the point was for that mission and what they actually are, which is AI, and how they plan to make AI work and control everything. And it is very interesting that a game this old still has such an impact today, especially today. Well, not especially today, especially nowadays. I thought we talked about that codec the first time we met this year. Yeah. Yeah, I think we ended up talking about that the other time. It's always an interesting topic. Actually came out in 2001. Did Kojima have time travel at hand? Here's the thing. The guy could just have like a major ass brain, like big brain moment. Or maybe he could just see the signs. Maybe he was actually paying attention to everything. He can see the future. No, here's the thing. In a way, I don't know how far-fetched the whole Simpsons predicting the future can be. Yeah, like... At the end of the day, it could just be someone who's paying a lot of attention to something. And... well, you know, they just simply see the signs there and think, you know what, the way this whole thing is behaving, I think in a few years or even a few decades, it's gonna be like this. And it ends up happening. Because here's the thing. How many of you actually believe that Donald Trump won the elections because people are just dumb? And not because some idiots actually wanted the Simpsons to quote-unquote predict that Donald Trump won the elections. Because that one is very, very easily manipulated. When it comes to something that people can actually, like everyone can actually do, then it's not really predicting something. It's just saying people, haha, you remember this funny episode where Donald Trump won the elections? Haha, look who's actually running for president now. And people are like, you know what? What if Donald Trump won the elections and make the prediction come true? To go South Park, we thought he was funny. Things got out of hand. People who voted for Donald Trump are just as smart as South Park is funny. Exactly. That is what I said. People who unironically voted for Donald Trump, and even those who ironically vote just to make the whole prediction come true, people who voted for Donald Trump in general, both ironically and non-ironically, are just as smart as South Park is funny. Since South Park is not funny, those people are not smart. That is the whole point. That is the joke. Say a potato is smarter than them. Okay. Nah. I never found South Park to be funny. What? No way. Family Guy is way funnier than South Park. Honestly? In my opinion, it's one thing to make a parody of something. It's one thing to make fun of something. Like, say, Family Guy or The Simpsons, or sometimes even... I don't think so. When your whole show has more cuss words. Oh no, totally, yeah, humor is subjective. But the thing is, I just don't find South Park's jokes to be done well, you know? I don't find them to be well done. I don't find them funny. I find them extremely petty in a non-funny way. Cause like, bro, this guy's just made a fucking joke regarding Phil Collins having won the Oscar for Best Original Song in 1999. Well, in 2000, I guess, since the movie came out in 99. So yeah, 2000. Cause like, what was the song they were... And here's the thing, come on. It's amazing how those guys actually thought that a South Park song was actually gonna win Disney. Guilherme Duarte Piton. What the fuck is that? What in the actual fuck is that, my guy? Cause like, I don't remember what it was. Oh, I'm not offended. I just find them unfunny and petty. And honestly, when you make a joke because you didn't win something, it honestly shows that you were never funny and that you are very insecure. To a pervert named Herman and Peter farting on Meg's face, South Park might have a different sense of humor that doesn't rely on cliches. Yeah, it relies on racism. And like, not even the funny type of making fun of racism. Or even being racist. I'm not saying that Family Guy doesn't have unfunny jokes. I'm just saying that for a show that relies so much on cussing, I don't know. I just find that the people who make South Park don't really know how to make good jokes. So they rely a lot on the same types of jokes. But The Simpsons did it. The Simpsons don't cuss. Honestly, out of all the shows that we've been mentioning, like Family Guy, Simpsons, American Dad, and South Park, Simpsons is the most family friendly of them all. They only started cussing after the movie. I was talking about Family Guy. Oh, okay. No. I know. The thing is, I think Herbert is more like a criticism to pedophiles. And like, for instance, I don't laugh at all the abuse jokes on Meg. I don't. And I don't like at the jokes made whenever Herbert is around. Those are not funny. And yeah, Family Guy lost a lot of its charm apparently after the whole Brian is dead but now he's alive again because Stewie made him come back and he became a jerk. Apparently the quality on Family Guy started going down from that episode on. The first season where the kids didn't cuss after the movie fucking some matter we didn't even know it was for Blame Canada. You're mad? No, wait, no. They were actually mad. No, but that's the thing. Because they didn't win the Oscar for Blame Canada, they made an unfunny joke about Phil Collins winning the award. Like, are you that fucking bitter over Disney having won? Come on, man. It's Disney. Of course they were gonna win. And besides, I don't think people were actually gonna like a I don't know. When I read that they did that, I didn't even see the joke itself, and I don't really care. So they don't have any award, but at least that's self-aware. Well, yeah, it's one thing for you to make fun of the fact that you didn't win an award. It's not really funny when you make a joke about other people winning an award and not deserving it. Because did they really think that a stereotypical racist song was going to win over a parental love song? I'm not defending it because I'm sorry. I swear to you, I am not defending the song because it was Tarzan. I'm not. I heard Blame Canada and the song was shit. I'm still wondering why the fuck it was even nominated. I listened to Blame Canada. It wasn't even interesting. It was boring. It's a boring song from a boring show. Well, in this case, I'm pretty sure it's from a movie. I don't know. I don't really care. Let me check who the other nominees were. So it was the 2000 Oscar winners list. Okay. Okay. No, I don't want the highlights. Okay, by category. Okay, so the songs were, bro, one of the songs was When She Loved Me from Toy Story 2. Do you think I would be defending a song from a movie I don't care about just because it's... No, I'm saying that the guys who created South Park were extremely bitter that they didn't win, and they made a unfunny joke about it. I'm not saying that because you see, it's You'll Be in My Heart. Of course, he was gonna win, bro. You'll Be in My Heart and She Loved Me are basically at the same level of emotional value, not emotional value, of emotional significance, emotional meaning. Like, one of them is about newfound love, and the other is about a long lost love. And I'm not even saying in a romantic way, of course, you guys know this. I have to admit, the other two songs that were nominated, I don't know. I don't know the other two songs that were nominated. I don't know the other two movies that were nominated. I really don't know. Told you, the Academy judges are also kind of old-fashioned. It's likely they also didn't jive with Blame Canada back then. That too. And even if it were made today, especially if it were made today, it wouldn't even get a nomination. Oh, you don't need to apologize, Elmer. There's no need for you to apologize. Mm-hmm. You wrote them wrong both times, Zed. A guy can like both shows, okay. Even a bit drawn again. Of drawn together, set for the extreme controversial things. Yeah. The thing is, I just really don't like how South Park tackles the controversial themes. I prefer House and The Simpsons, Family Guy, and American Dad do them. And even I don't really like American Dad that much. Out of these three, I prefer The Simpsons. Yes. What? What? What do you mean, Zed? Tasty meter ultimate. Oh yeah, totally. But what is it set? Why do I get the feeling you're gonna try and sugarcoat it so I don't feel offended? What the fuck? Why the fuck would I say I forgive you? It's not like you committed a crime, my guy. It's not like you pointed a gun at me. You just made a mistake. You say I'm sorry and I say it's okay. Why the fuck would that creep you out? And one thing I found interesting about Drawn Together is about one of the plots. One episode it's story racist characters being erased? Huh. Wow. That would be a dream. One character the resident would be ignoring the mistakes made of the past. Not really. No, wait. No, wait. Maybe I misunderstood that. What do you mean by erase? Like, all of racist people disappeared? As in the current people? Or do you mean like they erased the... sorry, or do you mean they erased those people from history books? Because if we're talking about like Thanos kind of thing where every current being who's racist and xenophobic and all that shit are erased, sure, that is awesome. Killing racist characters, not the people behind them. Okay, so the current racists disappear, but others who have previously existed, such as Hitler and Mussolini, and I mean there are a lot, but so far these are the only ones that come to my head. Those would still exist, would still have existed, and still exist in history books. Is that what you mean? Sorry, I think too much about making mistakes. Yeah, I can imagine that. But that you have to understand, forgiving is not something that should be done lightheartedly. That's why whenever you say I'm sorry, I don't say I forgive you, because you didn't do anything that was too serious for me to be that level of angry at you. If you had done that, yeah, okay. If you had done something that really, really hurt me, sure. It makes sense for you to say I'm sorry, and me saying I forgive you or I don't forgive you or whatever. But if you disagree with me, or if I correct you in something and you just say I'm sorry, I'm not gonna forgive you. There's nothing to forgive. You didn't do anything wrong. Imagine raging Speedy Gonzalez because he's a Mexican sir. Okay. My thing is ignore something. Make them say, oh, okay. You mean erasing fictional characters. Okay. The thing is, and I've learned this a lot by, surfing the internet and stuff, but a lot of the things that we call racism, we have to realize that we are white people calling some shit racist. And the thing is, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't look at something and say, oh, that is racist. No, I'm actually going to actively look for people who could be affected by it and see their opinion on it. For instance, you gave a good example, Speedy Gonzalez. A lot of people say that Speedy Gonzalez is terrible because he's a racist stereotype. But then you have a lot of Mexican people who say, the fuck you mean, gringo? We love Speedy Gonzalez. And I'm like, okay. And all of a sudden, all I see is people saying how much they fucking love Mexican writing, and I'm like, you loved who? And then that's how we discovered that we're gonna see Raiden with a fucking sombrero. And I cannot wait to see that. But see, a lot of things that we say, oh, that is racist, that is xenophobic, like, don't say that. Don't give your opinion on that. You can think, I don't know, I think that's racist. What do people who could actually be like not connected, let me just search up the opinions on the people who I think this is racist towards too. I don't think I know what is that was in the movie. Ha! In fact, Cartoon Network removed Speedy shorts due to that. The Latino community said they loved being represented by Speedy, and he returned to Cartoon Network. See? It just reminded me of when the Cartoon Network banned Speedy for a while before Latin Americans protested again banning Speedy. Wait, that is literally what Elmer just said. For instance, there's this new show that's being made for Disney Channel called Primos. That show, Latino people are actually saying is racist. It's dumb how it's being made because apparently, no, not apparently. This really is because I heard the. Have you guys had the opportunity to listen to the opening theme? Basically, the girl says like a lot of times, "Oye, primos," and that is grammatically incorrect because "oye" is singular and "primos" is plural. So, if she were talking to one cousin, it should have been oye primo or oye prima, depending on the gender. And since it's multiple cousins, and in this case, there are both. Did you just write oigan with a Y? It's OIGAN. You just wrote Oigain. I was trying to come to the front of Made by the Loud House. Oh yeah, it did sound familiar from somewhere. But yeah, since there are a lot of cousins, it's actually Oigan primos. Yes, That is exactly how you write it. The correct pronunciation is oigan primos and not oye primos. It does not even sound good. And basically the voice actress who even like voices the main character started saying things like, oh, that's not even important and blah blah blah, and like a lot of people have actually dug out a bit more about the show itself and the showrunners and everyone who's behind production, and apparently one of the people behind it really insulted I think it was Mexico. I think their parents came from Mexico, and so they called it like a shithole. I don't know, my guy. That really does not hit well. Probably, but I did say the controversy generated in Latin American circles. Also, don't hit me if it's wrong, but now I don't need to. I saw a person fixing the opening. You wanna listen to it? Nah. It's really easy to it's really easy to correct the opening, honestly. It's not that hard. But yeah. But see, a lot of Latino people are losing interest in a Latino show because whoever the fuck's running that is doing a terrible job. That is a reason for us to sympathize with them and fight with them in order to get a better show. What we shouldn't do is look at something which we think sounds racist or looks racist and say, hey, this shit's racist, you shouldn't be doing that. And then you have the actual people you're supposedly trying to defend going at you like, no, this isn't racist, this is actually pretty cool. Could you please not give your opinion on things you don't know about? And that's what I do. I keep my mouth shut. I look at something and say, that looks racist. Let me see the comments. Are there any people saying it's racist? There aren't? Oh, okay, then it's not racist. Moving on. But if I see people saying, hey, that is kind of racist, you shouldn't really be doing it like that, and it's actually people from that community, then I'm like, okay, I am on your side. I am going to defend your opinion on this. I'm going to defend those facts. I try to not give an opinion on something that I do not know. At least before I learn. At least not until I learn about it. It's only fair. Mario's costumes in Odyssey, which is Mexican inspired, and the Mexicans didn't take the issue with the costume itself, but it ended up taking it out against box art. Like for instance, going back on the whole Mexican writing, apparently a lot of people were even commenting how funny it was that he got to Mexico and he was trying to speak Spanish, in this case Mexican Spanish, and the people around him, and he was dressed with the sombrero and the poncho, and people were just looking at him like, the fuck? Because everyone was like wearing regular clothes, and suddenly out of nowhere this white guy comes in with a sombrero and a poncho, and people are like, the fuck is this gringo doing here? And then he tries to speak to some locals, and the locals are like, we speak English, don't worry, my guy. sometimes as we white people try so hard to not sound racist that we end up freaking people out. Like, if I were an artist, I would draw cards for every game. But what do you mean cards? What do you mean cards? And then I started following this artist on Twitter who does a lot of Metal Gear art. And all of a sudden, the first thing that I see her doing is drawing an extremely derpy chibi Raiden with the sombrero and the poncho saying "Hola." And I looked at it and I thought, you know what? I want this. What's going to have stuff? That is not a card. That is supposed to be a painting. Bosco might have started as a typical African startup on old movies, but I prefer to preserve the shorts and watch it considering what was acceptable back then. My point of view is more on the preservation side of things. Oh no, totally. Last year I saw this movie called Holiday Inn. Sorry. With Frank Sinatra and no, that guy wasn't a singer. It was more of a tap dancer, but he could sing a bit. And there was this one scene where you could clearly see that everyone was doing blackface, and like, of course, nowadays it's completely forbidden. Like, you can't do that shit. That, yes, you can criticize all you want because we all know that that shit is racist. However, back then it was acceptable for some fucking reason, and I'm like, yeah, when I saw the movie, that scene made me quite uncomfortable. It made me very uncomfortable, actually. I'm not gonna say the movie is shit because of that. Like, if you were to remove that, it was a kind of a cliche-ish, cutesy Christmas movie. Could do without the blackface and stuff. At least they had actual black people playing there. But no, there were really white people doing blackface during the movie. For me, the most interesting thing was that the movie is fully black and white, but the version that I downloaded had been run by an AI, which colored the movie. That is actually something very interesting that AI does. They're released of a different time. It's better to preserve them than ignore their existence. Oh, totally! Like, for instance, Disney even has the whole thing where they didn't censor and they didn't cut the movies that clearly had racist undertones. They just said, so this movie has some messed up views, but do keep in mind that they were normal views back in the day. Remember, this movie is from this year? Yeah. Like Dumbo, like Peter Pan, the cats from Lady and the Tramp, that weird Chinese cat from the Aristocats. It's very important to keep in mind when others were very different. Like, we don't have to accept them. Song of the South. I mean, people do talk a lot about Song of the South, but no matter how much I search for it, I cannot, for the life of me, find what was wrong with that movie. I know there was something about it, I don't know what, because no matter how hard I search, nothing gives me a fucking explanation, and that annoys me. Oh yeah, maybe it was that. Oh wait, no! I think I remember why. I think one of the songs was kind of it's not romanticizing. It was like undertoning slavery. It was like the black guy was singing some shit about his quote-unquote master being very good to him and stuff like that. I think that's what the song was about. Timon and Pumbaa's show has a warning? Really? Huh. I wonder what episode it was. It's been so long since I've seen that. I don't know. A slave film made by white people. Can't really say I'm surprised. Oh, but for instance, no, I don't think that Lady and the Tramp has that wording, because apparently a few years after the movie came out, they remade the song. Like, they re-recorded the song to sound less racist. Oh my god, this is uncomfortable. Never watched the movie. I don't really care for it. Speaking of racism, there's one thing I never expected a Final Fantasy game to talk about. Racism and slavery. Not so much racism, more slavery. I think I'm gonna put show's warning was the depictions of native-like characters and the not of foreign okay, makes sense. But yeah, not so much racism, but the new Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 16, does mention slavery. Because there's like these kinds of people who have a mark on their face. They're called the branded, and basically they can do magic. So people decided that they were inferior and decided to make them slaves. And there are 2 quests regarding that. One in which a girl is saying that she's looking for her pet, and she's like, "Oh, she's very quiet. She's very nice to me. She lets me touch her hair," and you think it's like a dog or a sheep or something. And then like, even the way you see people talking, they treat whoever or whatever you're searching for as a thing. And then you realize that behind the mills there's this girl who's turned into stone, and that basically means she's dead. And then the girl finds you and she's like, "Oh no, she's broken. Now I have to tell mommy and daddy to get me a new one." And this is something that's very interesting, because your character used to be like them. Like, your character used to have that same mark, but decided to remove it. I don't know how that works, don't ask me. So people have no idea that you were actually also branded. No, wait, no. By the time you do this quest, you actually still have the brand on your face, so you're still a branded. And basically, your character teaches the girl a lesson about how getting a new person, like buying a new slave and giving her the same name of your previous slave, is not gonna make anything any better, and that every person is their own being. Basically, you teach the girl a lesson about the value of life and the value of living beings. And you actually see that the girl regrets treating that dead girl as a thing instead of a person. I found that to be very good, like a very good lesson. And then you have another quest where there's this one guy saying, "Oh, my son is being attacked by wolves," and then you're like, "Okay, you don't see that worried about your son being attacked by wolves. I don't know, my guy. That's kind of sus." And then you see the boy screaming for help. You kill the wolf, and instead of being thankful, the boy starts screaming at you like, No, you were the one who was supposed to be dead. That was my wolf. That was my pet wolf." And then you see 2 people behind you, realize they were also branded, and that they died completely slaughtered by that wolf, by that same wolf. The same wolf which you just killed. And the boy's like, oh, I'm gonna tell my dad that you killed my wolf. And then the boy runs to his father. You go after him to like talk to the guy and tell him that what they just did was really fucked up. And they completely dismiss you, and you're like, oh, whatever, fuck it. I'm just gonna give those two people a proper burial. They deserve that bit of dignity to themselves. And like one of the last things you hear the boy telling his father is, Dad, I want a new wolf. And the dad's like, yeah, sure, we have enough money, we can get a new wolf. And then they get a new wolf. And while they're talking to this one guy who helps you bury the other two branded, you hear a scream, and your character's like, what was that? And the other character is like, well, you know how it is. They were eventually going to find a wolf who was not going to be easily tamed, so the wolf just attacked them and killed them. And that is a very satisfying ending for those two. It's a rich, but yeah, kinda. But no, those two quests were very, very interesting. Like, when Vitus was showing me the quest for the finding the girl, for once, the name of the quest is Playthings. And you think, okay, at first, when the girl is describing you, you think, that is an odd description for a pet, because we don't usually say that pets have hair, we say they have fur. And then it's called Plaything, and then you talk to another lady and she's like, ugh, that blasted, that disgusting thing was running around over there, and you're like, I don't know, the way she's talking to me is very rude, and the way she's talking about this pet is very rude. Please don't tell me it's an actual human being. And it is. It was a human being who died. Basically, everyone can use magic in that world, but if you're a regular human, you need the help of crystals to use that magic. But if you are branded, you don't need those crystals. You already have magic. You can already do stuff. And your destiny is truly a divine comedy, indeed. I'm just really happy that the Playthings quest ended on a slightly good note, which was the girl understood the consequences of her actions. For a small girl, like, she looked to be, I don't know, 11, I think? 10, 11? And she realized the consequences of her actions, and that, yeah, okay, you... Because, like, the girl even said, you were better than the other ones before you. You had nicer hair. Like, you could tell that the girl kind of liked this branded more than all the other ones she had. But then your character is like, okay, you really need to stop looking at these people as if they're playthings, which they're not. It doesn't would not concern us in a paranormal and just gets so stuck with it because it's true. No, but it is true. It is a very true and already it's a very true line, and it's very, very old. Oh wow, it's already past midnight. Okay, let's see who are we going to read? So, I don't know, does anyone here have any suggestions? Feel free. Oh, goodness. Since we play PUBG, we're gonna have a puppet alley icons. No. No, that's not gonna happen. Oh! Streaming on my end is here. Again, guys, if you have the points, use them. I have a lot of people streaming on my end. I got 14 people. And 3 of them are playing Final Fantasy 16, so let me do this and this. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so oh, I'm sorry. I said that of all the people I'm following, 3 of them are playing Final Fantasy. I'm sorry. I meant 4. Of 14 people that are streaming right now that I follow, 4 of them are playing the same game. Ah, water's too warm. I don't like it. I'm gonna play a little, then read before bed. Yes, you do that. Good night, Zed. Bye. Okay, let's see. Thank you for the hat, Pat. Ooh. You guys want me to rate someone who's playing a relaxing game? Can she also? How many rolls does she have? Huh. Maybe something. Okay, in that case, we're gonna. Oh, okay. She's like the second one. So, yeah. Okay. Doing it like this and this. Channel. And whoop. And there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we are going to be rating Pren. I'm sure you guys remember her, even if ever also slightly. I've rated her in the past. She's also a VTuber. More specifically, a Succubus VTuber. She's right now playing Traveler's Rest. It is a relaxing game. I've searched it up a bit. I think it's actually a game on my wish list. Which, oh, by the way, I am going to add my wish list, my game wish lists, to my about section, in case, I don't know, you guys are feeling generous and you want to give me a what? A what? Oh, a succubus. She's a succubus. You know, kind of demonic looking creatures. But yeah, I am going to place my my wish lists on my about section in case you guys are feeling generous and instead of donating some money to me, you kind of want to like buy me a game. I don't fucking know. Like yeah, some of those games I would not. The succubus run for their lives. Oh no. This one's a different succubus. She does say in her description that she used to feast on mortal nightmares, but that got boring pretty quick. And she since found that the easiest way to stay in your realm, in our realm in this case, is to feed on mortal adoration. So yeah. She doesn't feast on your nightmares, she feasts on your pleasure. That's not so bad. But yeah. That fell off. I'm also not gonna stay up for much longer. I have a lot of things to do tomorrow. Anyway, any suggestions on a hashtag? I would like something related to puppets, since we were playing Puppeteer. Or something related to show business, since, well, it's a show. Puppet Master Fox. Okay, yeah, that one's cool. Okay, we're gonna go with that one. It's time to meet the puppet. Let's go with both. Let's go with both. Let's actually go with both. Nice. I'm liking you guys' ideas. There you go. Okay, let's go with both. I am going to start. I was not expecting. Why not? If they're both good. We got big brains. Yeah, you do. Well, that's gonna do it for tonight. Tomorrow we start Out of Line, which, in case you guys don't remember, is a game done by a Portuguese studio. So I'm very excited because a lot of people say that game is really, really good. So yeah, the raid is already starting, and I'm gonna go now. So let me just do it like this, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Adeus, Mile.